Hi, my name is Mark. I had a dream. I woke up and it's not quite 6:30 a.m. 6:30 in the morning on July 27th, 2019, Saturday. I was trying to get my passport, and there was a tall, big man, white, bald head, I think, at least on the top. And there were passport questions in an interview. I don't think they do this yet, but there was a man that took me into a room and asked me passport questions to get my passport in the dream. And he said, here are the questions. I want you to write down the answers. You know, as I ask you the questions, I want you to write down, or as I ask you the questions, I want you to write down the answers. And he had the list of questions too. There were about 5 questions, I think. And I was starting to write down the answers, and he would ask the next question before I wrote down the answer. And it was a verbal test, but we would write down the answers to keep track of our own thoughts. And so he said, why do you want to travel? And I said, well, to preach the gospel. And he said, what would you do if you weren't allowed to travel? And I remember in my dream, I was thinking, what do I do if I can't travel? Because I like traveling a lot. He said, what would you do if you couldn't travel? And I said, well, I'd study foreign languages. And he said, well, why would you study foreign languages? I said, well, in case the people come from foreign countries over here, and I could preach the gospel to them that way. And there were about 5 questions. I started writing on the questions. I could see the questions that he would ask me, so it prepared my mind. And I finished up, and he just kind of looked down, and he walked me out of the room, the interrogation room, I guess. It wasn't much of an interrogation as far as that. He just these are the questions. You must speak to me before you get your passport. So I was concerned. I said, did I pass? And he said, he said something, I don't know what he said. But I mean, he answered the question, but he was looking down. And, but big guy, just big tall guy, bigger than me, bigger than I. And I said something like, sir, did I pass? And he said, not yet. And so I got the understanding that he wanted to look over my answers. I understood he had to look over my answers again. It's as if my answers were unusual or were cause for concern, or just they were not as expected or something.